Dr. Hayes, we got your honeymoon buddy this time. So we're just gonna go ahead and do this interview. Pastor Shaun,
Yes, sir.
just go with the question we both know, but it looks good for the video. How did you come into leadership?
I began leadership as a worship leader around about the age of 16, 17.
Mm-hmm.
And my whole look on worship was opened because I realized that a worship leader is not just someone who sings songs, learns the keys, plays the music, but you are the person that leads the congregation. And not only that, but you teach them how to worship God for who He is.
Mm-hmm.
And even, I would say, I learned that worshiping in leadership is also through giving, through serving, and that's a form of worship. And so that's when I began leadership. And then 3 years ago, became the associate pastor here.
Mm-hmm.
And really it was more of just gaining experience until the time comes. And then the pastor retired, and that was unexpected. And what was more unexpected was the district wanted me to fill the role, to be senior pastor here at the church.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how it started. So kind of.
And how long have you been senior pastor?
It will be a year and 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
That's right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
About 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks.
Yes.
Okay. And what would you say has been the most rewarding thing about your year of leadership at the church?
No question. It is, or no doubt, seeing the growth, seeing where a person was at this time last year, seeing how a person grows in Christ, seeing how the past, how they're going away from that, seeing people step up, because it's not all me. I mean,
right.
You as a leader, you have to be secure, and you have to trust in people to delegate and take on responsibilities. So seeing people stand up and grow in leadership, and seeing them take those steps, and stepping out in that way as well. And of course, just growing in general. It's great to see kids grow up and see them really start to grasp the greatness of God, and have that childlike faith. It's just always neat to see that too.
Yeah. Okay. And it's no secret that you're a SACU student.
I am.
So what are things that you've learned from school that have really helped you in your time of leadership?
Oh man, well, I've learned a lot, and I've been very blessed to be able to literally apply what I'm learning. Last year, for example, Dr. Mike Clarensall's class was Church Health and Revitalization. This church is a church revitalization church. And literally what I would learn on Tuesday and Thursday, I would take notes, and then I would use it on Sunday and begin to approach the church and say, what do you think about these things? Dr. Hayes' class in pastoral leadership, we had to make a Acts 2 model. And I literally typed that for this church. And I was able to get a grade, but it was really from the heart. And I was able to present that. The values, the vision, all those things I was able to do in class. And man, it was just great to see how the church accepted it. And not only that, but get behind it, and how we've done a lot of great things this year. And I think a lot of credit goes to SAGU, learning from all the great professors there.
You didn't have to retake the class. I guess
I don't have to retake the class. Yes.
I guess you said you had a good enough plan.
I haven't heard any complaints yet. Of course, they never tell the pastor, right?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, and then probably the burning question everybody wants to know: what's the stuff you've had to deal with and kind of put up with that you didn't learn in school? Because obviously, school's supposed to teach you everything. So
yeah,
what was there just something that just caught you by surprise?
I think for sure the biggest one for me was when I came into this church last year. I was expecting results, but I was expecting immediate growth. And we received growth. We had some families come in. It was great. But from looking at the models and looking at the results, you would think that a church that started with 15, now we're running 30, That's great.
Mm-hmm.
But with the result in the model, you were thinking we would, bump that up even more and more. And I wouldn't say I was disappointed, but I did have to go back and go, okay, we are growing, but when you look at the model and compare it, it seems like it's not doing as well as you thought. But I also learned that that's just the way, that's how churches are. I mean, they taught us you have to stay there a while, you have to establish it. I mean, the community still doesn't really know me that well, and I've been here for a long time, just before being a pastor.
Right.
And I think the other thing is, too, a lot of things we're taught on, but you never know it until you actually experience it. The spiritual realm of things, being a pastor, the attacks. We were always taught, going back to Dr. Hayes last year, he talked about, you need to ask the question, what's your relationship with God? How is your relationship today with God? How close are you with God? And to experience that and to feel that pressure and weight, it was taught, but yet I didn't really learn it until I actually got in the position. And I firmly believe if you don't know, you never know what somebody is going through until you've been through their shoes. Same thing as a position. It really is. You don't really know until you've experienced it.
Well, thank you for your time.
You bet, man.
I'm going to go because my wife's about to give birth to
Yes.
the Savior of the world.
Maybe explain why you have that costume on. So, next class.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Okay.